What was the reason for the loss? We can attribute it to so many things. Overall performance yesterday was bad. It was so bad against 10 men, just like Everton. We lost. And fans are not happy. They are overreacting. When you check social media right now, it's like everyone is losing it. I mean, it's just United fans for you. We can be on a 20-game winning streak, but when we lose, it is always terrible to see where the fans can't just bear a loss. And I don't blame them. We've been through so much this past few years, and no one knows when it's going to get better. But yeah, that was Michael Carrick's first loss as a United coach. It was a bad one, It was a sore loss. It is one thing to lose while trying, and then it's another to just lose badly. It was the latter for us. It was a terrible performance. In my last video, I don't know, I might have jinxed it. In my last video, I spoke about how United were set up against Crystal Palace and how it might eventually, get to bite them in the back. It's not something to be happy about, to be honest. Right now, we're in a position where it will be very difficult for us to do anything about it. Right now, the midfielders that we have, the kind of players that we have there, you know, they are nothing like what we need right now. They are quality, don't get me wrong, but we need way more. I talked about the intensity, in my last video. I talked about how it was going to be needed to, to remain in the top four in the Premier League. We've done absolutely well. I even this loss isn't going to make me take any credit away from Carrick. He has been fantastic. 11 games unbeaten, and then this one loss, and there is this head loss going on in the fan base. I would understand as the emotions are high, but it is still nothing to lose our head over. There are still more games to play, so I'm not going to be doing much analysis on what went wrong. But I think at this point the problem is glaring. I talked about the midfield, the intensity. We could see that this level of midfielders that we have now, even with their quality, even against 10 men, we could still not control that midfield. I mean, when you watch Michael Carrick, Middlesbrough, they were very good with the ball. They liked to have the ball, and they liked to play centrally. Considering that they had Hackney and Morris, but they played a lot through Hackney. He was averaging a lot of passes per 90. And when you look at United, you can't really see a player that can give you that kind of quality, that kind of confidence on the ball. A high volume passer, especially in that double pivot. It has been one of our major problems. Both that and then somewhat like a ground eater that can always help us cover ground if we are being attacked on the transition. The fact that we fail to sign any player, I'm going to keep saying this. The fact that we fail to sign any player, especially in midfielder, this January past window, it was a terrible decision to make, and I just hope it doesn't bite us in the back because right now we are still in a really good spot. Against Newcastle, it was a clash of intensity. I would keep on saying it, and then you never get to lose a clash of intensity against Newcastle's midfield. I mean, they have Joelinton, they have Tonali. I was surprised to see him start, to be honest, Joelinton. But then he started anyways. These two guys are powerful, they are strong, they can run. It is so difficult to shrug them off the ball. I mean, look at how Tonali was running right out against us. Look at how John Litton was, just dribbling all over the park. It was almost too easy for them. As I always say, whoever that wins the midfield battle always has the high probability of winning the game, which proved to be right here. I think the same can also be said for Everton. They have high energy midfielders in their midfield. They have Ghana, they have Idrissa Gueye. Even at his age, you can see how well he performs. These are things that we cannot overlook. I mean, if I can't overlook it, how about the professionals? What are they seeing that we can see? I mean, a percentage of the losses on him. I saw that we were always trying to go long with Lamens, trying to target that left hand side. To be honest, I don't know what the whole game plan was. I don't know what the idea was behind that. But then we were easily losing second balls. We were always going to lose duels. It isn't even a matter of coaching at this point. We were always going to lose duels against Newcastle. And then having to go long with the hope of winning second balls, it was just a bad decision in general. Like I said, I'm not really going to fault Michael Carrick for the loss. I just want to believe it's a one off. And we can only hope for good performances from here on out. United fans, we really have to keep our head down. We really have to be calm. We really do not have to overreact to every loss, not especially when this guy has been good for us. I mean, we never went 11 games unbeaten under Amorim. top four is really crucial to our recruitment, the kind of manager we are going to be signing. So we really have to keep supporting the team. So right, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all for the love and for the support. It doesn't go unnoticed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye.